Hey guys and gals, everybody watching, this is Obsessive Fanart, and this is my fan art, my DeathWolf fan art compilation. Yeah, all of these are drawn between July 21st and July 27th. Here's some that I did throughout the days, July 21st. They're not perfect. Thankfully, this obsession will die off. You know, I won't be drawing him again after my TF of him. But, yep, there's his staff sickle. I call it a staff because when there's like a final battle at the end of the movie, he uses something like this. I keep practicing each time of doing him. I keep cramming him in each spot. I did it on this old paper, because why not? These drawings aren't that good either. But yeah. Yeah, all of these aren't, like, perfect per se. But as time progressed and I kept drawing him more and more, you know, that's when it starts to get a little bit better. And then I draw him in hoodie. Draw DeathWolf in hoodie. These turn out decent. You know, not perfect. Here's another one. A lot of these. I'm saving those over there because I think those are relatively really good. This one's decent. Not great, not perfect. None of these are perfect. Nobody's perfect sometimes when it comes to doing fan art. This one's pretty bad. Too much like a dog than a wolf. This one, it turned out decent. Not great, not the best, but decent, you know. Here's... I'll save that for a little bit later. Yeah, all of these I did throughout the months and days, so I could just fill this up with... I filled this whole thing up. I even draw it on the cardboard. Can you believe that? I'll start with this, my best one on the cardboard, which is right here. This one turned out pretty dang good. I wanted to see if I could fit his whole body on there. And sure enough, I did. Now, majority of these are a little bit of some reference to other fan art, but I took my time and a lot more thought-provoke of trying to find the right colors for him. And I found the right colors, especially for marker, because there's pencil and ink with this, all marker. Black and red. And gray. I did a little bit of gray. Here's another one. The smell of fear feeds me good, but not as much as death. Yeah. This one looks more like he's a spiritual, like coming out of something. Like if you try to touch, or he comes through like a solid object, almost like a spirit. I'm gonna try to look if I can find more in these. Like I said, these drawings date back to July 21st through July 27th. Here's another one. Not the best, but I tried to fit what I could in there. Here's another one, I think. Yep, this one. This one's decent. I wasn't sure if it would be, you know, seen. That's why I didn't do any more. That's why I kind of scribbled this out, because I wasn't sure. But here's what I did of DeathWolf. Oh, like I said, I did these every day because of my obsession over him. Now, I wouldn't have thought he would be any really good villain. That one is pretty good. I worked real hard trying to fit, you know, the right type of colors. A lot of these are done with kind of an ink pen combined with markers, and I tried the Sharpies, but they didn't really come out good, and some of them are actually running out of ink, so, or getting dried up. This one's not the best, but I tried. This one's pretty dang good. These two are, you know, a little decent. I keep drawing him each time, every day, whenever I could. Drawing. Like I said, the sketchbooks from 2018. I'm just, there, here's more. July 25th. This one's not the best, but This one's pretty badass, but like I said, I couldn't fit everything. Cram it in between. I'm basically trying to cram each fan art inside each of these pictures. Each of these. Whatever I could find room. Here's another one. This one's not that great. This one's pretty good. July 24th. A little more badass look. There's another one. This one's not the greatest. Here's another one. This one's pretty awesome, though it looks almost kind of reminds me a little bit like a raccoon or fox, sort of, but regardless, he looks good. Like I said, a lot of these turn good. You know, this one's not great, but same, this one's not that good. This one is decent, not perfect. I even did some pencil with that because I know there's gray, kind of like a raccoon. This grayness around his eyes and his muzzle. Kind of like, what you call it. This one kind of sucks, though. This one's, it could have been a little improved, but, a lot of ink. So far, out of all of these in this book, in the book itself, this one's probably the best. This is based on, like, what you can read. There's, this show ended in 2008, and what did we get in the same year? Batman the Brave and the Bold. I didn't watch this cartoon really as a kid. Maybe I've spotted a couple in the past. The show aired like in 2004. Lasted few seasons, and then it ends in 2008. This episode aired in 2008, and what surprised me is not many people in the furry fandom are talking about it. So, you know what? I just thought perfectly that DeathWolf would be a perfect leader and kind of basically evil. He is bad. He is an evil villain in the movie. If you've seen Puss in Boots 2, you know why. But I'd say this is the best piece I've done that surprisingly turned up really well. Fox looks exactly like what he does. Same with these two. And I think these three would work together. These four would work together. And since they're called Trio, I wanted to ask Mom what could I call, what could be four? And that's Squad. Death Squad. Get it? Squad? Quad? Yeah, that's not a good joke. But yeah, a lot of these drawings turned up. Now I could show you the better pieces, at least what I think is better. This one's pretty badass. I worked really hard, constantly, trying to fit how he would look. And I put Lobo because I'm sure people would know that Lobo means, in Spanish, wolf. These four are pretty good. Though I think these bottom ones are a little bit better. But I still like these two. These other two. July 26. But yeah. This one's pretty awesome. I wanted to see how far it can get with fitting a full body of DeathWolf. And here it is. I think it's my first full body of DeathWolf. Not completely perfect. None of these are perfect anyways, but I worked super hard trying to figure out what could work. And sure enough, it went through the paper, but it didn't matter because these drawings aren't the best. So, Like I said, if I didn't have that nightmare, I tell you, I would never have thought that I would grow an attachment or an obsession over DeathWolf. Ugh. This one's not the best. This one's July 26. I really tried super hard trying to fit things in, but like I said, I'm cramming things in with DeathWolf. This one's awesome. This one's not the best. Decent. This one's the best of this paper. Now let's try these four. These four turned out pretty good, and I wanted to see if I can actually fit the folding sickle in it, you know? And sure enough, I did. I'm able to fit it. And I wanted to see if I could try drawing DeathWolf whistling. He whistles kind of like, almost like a funeral march. It's creepy, but really outstanding. He whistles, well, who else whistles? Negan from The Walking Dead. They do that, you know. If you've seen The Walking Dead, you know why. Like I said, I keep thinking DeathWolf is like Negan from The Walking Dead and the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper, that looks like a skeleton with a scythe. Like a stick with a scythe. And sure enough, this character is called Death in the show, in the movie. This one turned out pretty good. A little more toonish per se, but at least it looked good. It looks good. This one didn't turn out that good, unfortunately, but I tried real hard. Like I said, as you could tell by looking at this ink, when I first started it, it was all like jet black, and then as it deteriorated more and more as I kept drawing it. This one looks almost exactly like the movie. If you've seen the movie and their animation and the art style, it looks almost exactly like this. I mean, you could take a screen grab of this and put it side by side and see some really good similarities. Looks almost identical. Don't trust me, I did not copy or trace any of these. I did my own reference, did my own work, did my own thought. I put a lot more of my thoughts and a lot more of my time into every single one of these drawings. Every single one of them. No, I did not copy. No, I did not trace. No, did anything of sort ever. But that, surprisingly, turned up almost like the movie. If you've seen the movie and you've seen a shot of DeathWolf, take a screen grab and put it side by this and tell me how accurate it looks. Because surprisingly, it almost looks very similar. I was surprised because I didn't think it would turn up the way it did. Now, these are my last drawings I did. This one turned up amazing. The reason why I wanted to be DeathWolf in this one is the kind of plot where I find these strange sickles down, I don't know, some sticking out of a piece of wood. Like, it's almost like an axe, like you've seen an axe sticking out of a tree stump or a tree log. And I pulled it out, and then somehow this, if I was turned into DeathWolf from Puss in Boots to The Last Wish. Surprisingly, it's another folding sickle, but as I pulled it out, it folded over, which I didn't think it would happen. But, yeah. And I saved this one because I wanted to see if I can fit the times. I'm sure you've seen that scene in the movie about the 9 lives and, DeathWolf having this on his own sickle. I did pretty well on this. This is my last drawing I did. Me as DeathWolf telling you only have 1 life left. Uh-oh, you've used your lives up. Be careful because you have 1 left. And obviously you've seen that sickle where he points it out and on it and even shows it to Puss. Yeah. I was thinking of, I know he speaks Spanish in the movie, but I don't. And what's pretty interesting and what surprises me is, I don't know, hearing Puss saying to the dog that I don't speak Spanish. But, yeah. This is my fan art of DeathWolf. I plan on using my first ever big sheet of paper for a comic, a TF comic, where... Now, if you've seen this episode, I'll tell you the plot anyways, I'll spoil it. It's about a group of university students in Gotham that turn themselves into these animals. And they actually planned on turning the whole university students and the football team into animals. Because the main character, the fox, thought, this university is like a zoo of animals. And they used some cool patches that they put on people's arms that turns them into animals. My plot would be, if I was in this university, I would get a patch from these 3, an experimental patch, where they didn't know, they used some wolf. They used a wolf, and they found some really cool cloak with these sickles, as we know as DeathWolf. And basically, these 3 are fascinated. They feel like they're frightened, but like DeathWolf said in the movie, I love the smell of fear. He might be a bit frightened. She's pretty shocked and thinks he looks awesome. And he knows DeathWolf is. DeathWolf would be a perfect leader with these 3. He would probably be in second command, but I know DeathWolf would work together with these 3. Since he is a villain, but... Hope you guys like this video. I plan on posting these drawings October. It'll be DeathWolfoween. I know that's a really bad name. And probably you people will make fun of that in the comments if you like. I don't care, but it's okay. But I took a lot of my time and reference and my own work. I put so much time into these that I used up a lot of ink. So, yeah. Feel free to give this video a like as it helps. Please be sure to subscribe. And I'd say probably after this video, it's going to be my Jean the Wolf drawing her all July. This month's almost over. it's either that or my Q&A. If I don't do the art, if I don't do that video, I will do my Q&A possibly in Wednesday or whenever I get the chance. Just be very patient with how I'm uploading. A lot of time restraints and stuff, but just, you know. And this is Blaze the Firewolf, and I'm out.